FOOD4U has always been a helping hand towards these needy people in Malaysia. FOOD4U is an NGO that was founded by Mr. Tony Yan, a 70-year-old retiree. Contributors and volunteers often refers to him as Uncle Tony. Since 2016, he has dedicated his time to help the impoverished by volunteering for various NGO before starting FOOD4U to reach for a wider audience. FOOD4U was born to ease the suffering of KL's impoverished and homeless population. Its headquarters is located at number 4, Jalan P2/18, Section 2, Bandar Teknologi Kajang. He and his volunteers usually go out into KL's streets every Friday to hand out food packs to the unprivileged. Despite receiving many recognitions such as from the Norwegian government and Ministry of Women, Family and Community Development, FOOD4U always keeps a modest profile.
Next, the implemented programs. The NGO main objective is to making an effort towards social or public welfare objectives. As for FOOD4U organization, they always feed the homeless people and help people in need. For instance, the organization always given free food every day to the homeless that comes to their place. The next objective of NGO is to spread awareness and advocacy. NGO works to raise public awareness and understanding of particular concerns. This entails teaching the public via a range of platforms such as publication and workshops. For example, the people might get awareness about the homeless people on the internet and they want to join the activities. The third objective is to promote human rights. NGO monitor and report how the government and other groups to see if they violate human rights through research, investigation and fieldwork.
The first activity initiated by FOOD4U is feeding the poor and homeless community. Uncle Tony and his worker will feed the homeless community on Pusat Khidmat Gelendangan Medan Tuanku Kuala Lumpur every Tuesday and Friday. Uncle Tony and his worker will prepare the meals earlier and usually they will arrive at the centre 3 hours before they started to distribute the meals and beverage at 5 p.m. The meals provided usually come in various types of food such as nasi biryani, fruits, bread and snacks. They also even included the necessities items. The homeless people will usually enjoy the meal at the centre or choose to eat at somewhere else, and normally some of them will sleep at the centre as DBKL Dewan Bandaraya Kuala Lumpur has provided a few steel stretchers to be used by the homeless community. Aside from feeding the homeless community in Kuala Lumpur, FOOD4U expanded their community service and assistance by visiting rural areas in Malaysia. The recent visit carried by their organisation was held at Kampung Orang Asli, which is located in Kampung Binjai, Pahang. It was a 3-hour drive to Kampung Binjai. The communities actually have been struggling with a clean water supply since they had to rely on water from a pond which is drawn manually from a bucket with a rope attached to it. Thus, Uncle Tony and his teams instilled a petrol-powered water pump to withdraw water from a deep well and store it in water tanks to be made accessible for the residents. Uncle Tony and his teams also donated 30 sets of solar panels to light up their walkway and the same 30 sets of solar panels for their home.
Next, the strength of the FOOD4U in SWOT analysis. FOOD4U provide helps in many ways. They didn't just focus on feeding the homeless people in just one place, but they also give a lot of help in other places too. When they are having opportunities, they will provide a variety of assistance such as bed, clothing, visiting house to house, and food.
Next is accept the volunteer among community. FOOD4U decision to use volunteers is smart because it cut the cost by avoiding the need to hire the extra staff. Volunteers also allowing FOOD4U to do more without the expense of salaries and also benefits. This saving can be used for other projects like expanding service or improving community program. Plus, volunteers feel a sense of ownership and often spread the word about FOOD4U. This can attract more volunteers and supports.
Moving on to the weaknesses as the second element in SWOT, one of the significant problems found is improper food budget. It is happen when supply less than demand. In FOOD4U, this problem happen when some homeless have a family coupon that help family members to pick up the food on a representative basis. For that reason, FOOD4U cannot prepare food accurately and shortage occur. Other than that, improper food budget also occurred as a result of the increase in the number of individuals that are experiencing homelessness around the transit area. Next is distribution challenge that wasn't due to shortage of volunteers, but because of the behavior of some homeless individuals who attempted more food than limit per person. There is no violence happen, but they pressure the volunteers to get more. If the volunteers suffering the hassle, there must be few of them who are not satisfied and the violence will probably happen. As a result of that act, volunteers face difficulties such as being uncomfortable. Move to opportunity in FOOD4U. Based on the observation, the opportunity of this Food4U program is to involve the community. It can be proven if Food4U conduct activities such as awareness campaign. As a result, the bond between NGOs and the community can be improved also with regular.
For the second opportunity, which is public awareness campaign. Public awareness campaign can be a significant opportunity for the Food4U program such as strengths leveraged by public awareness. For instance, increasing the program visibility through social media events and community outreach can attract more volunteers and partners.
Food4U Noble's action has been admired by the society who recognise them. However, the helping hand that they often give is sometimes taken advantage of. There are reports of individuals who are well off taking more assistance than needed, leaving nothing for those who truly needs it. There are also an incident where a car with a group of individuals who are from the same family was seen arriving at the food bank. They took turns collecting and hoarding supplies for themselves. Those who generally need food aid during that time have been deprived of the necessities due to this immoral and self-serving behavior. This could actually bring a menace towards the organization's sustainability, as it could affect the budget allocation towards the people who really needs it.
The dominance of others' organization also could challenge the sustainability of the organization. Since Food4U is still new in the community service industries, they are still lacking in many ways, especially in building their name in public. Majority of the public will have recognized other well-established organizations with similar goals and objectives such as Kecara Soup Kitchen, Persatuan Empayar Kebajikan Malaysia and more. Food4U does not have an appropriate official website compared to other well-established organizations, as they only depend on social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. The process of donation and sponsorship will be at ease with the existence of an appropriate website. For example, Kecara Soup Kitchen organization provides a well-established website where the public can easily access to it. If Food4U still remains undeveloped, it is not possible that it could affect their organization's sustainability in future, as public will question their relevance and focusing more towards the other well-developed organizations.
Food4U is one of the organizations that will ensure that less fortunate people do not have to sleep hungry. Food4U has contributed a lot internally and externally, and has contributed to the country in solving issues that are related to homeless people. Because this organization is its own, we find many improvements that can be made to strengthen its way of operating. Food4U can become better by improving the food preparation process. Organization need to start off by planning on how to get food resources. They can start the activities such as farming to get fresh ingredients. The homeless people and also communities can contribute together in this farming activity. The organization itself spent a lot of money on buying food for homeless, so why not they hold the activity that involves community volunteering? They can cut a lot of costs in expenses and also hiring a workers. Case in point, we can see how ROSLAM Mobile hold a program called the Color of Ramadan Rewang Iftar. This program is to offer food for breaking the fast of 200 homeless individuals at Anjung Kembaru, Kuala Lumpur Homeless Transit Center. ROSLAM and Sinar Harian are volunteered to cook the iftar feast with help of volunteer from Warung Makan Sahabat. Food4U can do this kind of program to spread more awareness to communities and cut their costs in food preparing. Next is by improving the way information is disseminated. From what we see, Food4U do not have many social media accounts. In fact, they only have Facebook account. And the organization itself is not known by a lot of people. To help with this problem, they need to expand the way they promote their program. They can start to create an account on TikTok, Instagram, and also Twitter. These days, most of the people are on TikTok. This can raise awareness to all and mostly among the youngsters.
In conclusion, Food4U operates with a clear mission to serve the homeless and vulnerable population through direct assistance and advocacy effort. Food4U dedication to promoting human rights is evident in their monitoring and reporting of violations, advocacy for marginalized groups, and active participation in international solidarity efforts.